Hi guys, this is Targan, and we are coming back with another game of Hades. We are going to get out again. I know this because we're going to use the shield, and I'm confident in my abilities to get out with it. But first, we have to talk to everybody.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where death is our business.
Bye for now.
So the entry's complete. We have to give Hypnos more stuff, but we're not going to do that because we have a limited amount. And a word with Nyx,
How is
yes.
she, child? Queen Persephone, I mean. Has she been well up there in her abode? What is it like?
Ah, Nyx. She loves it up
She's
there.
doing well, I think. It's nice to visit her. Her residence is beautiful, a little home nestled amid the cold. All of these plants in bloom, it's difficult even to describe. And very bright as well.
I'm glad we got Nyx her little flowers over there before we...
Brightness, I suppose. Well then, I trust your visits are worthwhile for the both of you.
They are.
But yeah, the entire Nyx entry is complete as far as we know. Can we...
We keep on running into one another lately, don't we, Zag?
Take care, Meg.
Yeah, so, you know, we can't get any further with Megara right now.
No, can't go this way just yet.
Find a way into Hades' private quarters.
Achilles, I need your help.
Okay. Apparently, the plot has now thickened.
What can I do? Let me in Father's chambers, please.
That's high atop the list of things I'm not to do for anyone, and under any circumstances. What is it you need?
The old Beauty and the Beast thing.
Myself.
I don't know, but if I know Father, and I think I do, he's got to have something of hers in there. Of Mother's. She still doesn't get it, doesn't believe me about him, and...
So we're gonna steal a keepsake from the old man, so that we can show Mom that he likes it.
I understand. Look, this can get me in a lot of trouble like you've no idea. And not just me, so be careful and be quick.
But we're about to ruin people's lives because of our curiosity. But we gotta go.
Anything there out of place, all right?
Thank you.
We'll just walk right in.
The stoic lord and master of the house possesses wealth beyond imagining, a portion of which he has used for a crisp set of attire for every passing day.
I knew it. It's just capes.
All capes. The whole thing is just capes.
In his lord father's very private chambers, Zagreus, the lock-removing prince, discovers a most
The lock-removing
intricate
prince.
likeness
Awesome.
of none other than Persephone herself. A coat of dust suggests it has remained here for some time.
He's never stopped thinking of her. Ugh, what a fool.
A big portrait? He just has like a stone bed with little Cerberus skulls symbolically above it. And now we're gonna walk out and he's gonna yell at us?
Find what you need.
I did, thank you.
And we didn't take anything. He's still gonna be mad though.
Father.
Alright, we just need a third one. It better not make me fight Cerberus eventually. That would make me very sad. We're just gonna save this up.
New details of another prophecy.
Alright, so... we're supposed to put on extreme measures and then fight Theseus and beat him. There's a lot of these rewards, but... what we're going to do is just try to get out again.
Skelly, come on, mate, won't you say who hired you? Was it Achilles? Couldn't have been Nyx. Is it that big a deal?
I am an individual of some integrity, boyo. Your shield's looking pretty handsome, pal.
But yeah, we're just going to use the shield again. I don't think we're going to spend Titan Blood on it. Because even though it's awesome, I don't think the awesomeness will be much improved. Yeah, so all it's going to do is increase the damage it does. But I think the point of the shield thing is that we're going to be able to lean in to... yeah, because what, we could spend... well, we've got a ton... no, you know, we might as well.
Aegis, reveal your secrets.
Hey, what just happened?
We're just going to max it out. There we go. because I'm going to keep using this shield for a while because I need to get out several times, and this is how we're going to do it. We are going to keep leveling up these things. We're going to go to the Zeus Spoon to start, because I think if we can get it on the special, then this could be pretty funny stuff. All right, so Heat 1 we've already got out. We need to do Heat 2. So I think I've never done this before with damage ignoring. It's either that or higher life totals. We'll go with higher life totals. I think that should be fine.
My choice is made.
Because ignoring the initial damage, we might get into a situation with our rush where we do a lot of initial damage and we wouldn't want to get that out of the way. But here we go.
Now that's the Aegis that I know
And we'll wear the Shield of Zeus while we talk to Zeus and while we have the Zeus thing on, so he is proud. Alright, so we're going to take the attack to Chain Lightning and just hope to replace it. I mean, we're going to replace it. I don't think we want to re-roll this, because it's going to be fine with the lightning. It's going to be fine until we improve it, but we will definitely be getting something else because it's not strong enough for the primary. And look at me, just taking damage already. Terrible.
By my birthright.
But we're all better already. All right.
You have the Shield of Chaos, Aegis. Quite unlike the one my good sister Athena likes to flat.
And now they're all going to comment on what I have. All right, so we'll take the dash just because we want to replace it. Just because we want to replace it. Like, we want the Poseidon dash more than anything eventually, and we'll fish for it, you know. And this will ensure that we'll have a heroic level on it. And that's what we'll do. And if not, then we'll have these little Blade Rift things. And then we'll rift away. I think we got out with the setup last time. We will take the max HP over the money. And the nectar for the pomegranate boost, and you know, and also for the nectar, which is good because I shouldn't have stood in the trap. It's good because our boons that we have now, we don't necessarily want them any better. I don't believe in the Ares dash. I mean, it's fine. It's fine for our style, but there's a lot of better ones. We could lean heavily into the Ares boon because we have little throwing shield boon, but I just think there are a lot of effects on that special that could be incredibly good, and here we go. We're going to Poseidon, definitely. And what we want is the dash, and we're basically going to fish for it. We'll re-roll once. We can't re-roll the second time, but we'll take the dash at any level, probably, but... Well, actually, it'll have to override. Yeah, we'll have to get the heroic one, I think. I think they aren't capable of giving me worse boons if it's on the same slot. Here, in this fight, that's harder than the Hades one. Alright, we're gonna give Poseidon another nectar, because he's a bro.
Special catch for you, although it pales next to your sheer awesomeness.
Sheer awesomeness, Poseidon will love that. It does express well.
Would you look at that? Is that an offering to your most favorite uncle, me? You know what, nephew? I've decided I shall take it. Thanks.
If you say you think they can give worse boons, oh, okay. I've only ever seen them like one-up one of their siblings,
It's likely, little Hades,
relatives.
you currently reside just underneath one of my boundless seas. Normally, you'd have to be submerged to use this power, but you know what? Close enough.
Alright, so the cast is fine, and the call is fine, but we're going to reroll because we want one of the great things. Alright, so I think the special should be wonderful, and we'll try to get the dash later. You know, we'll try.
More ringers.
Yeah, because if this, yeah, it's gonna have knockback on it, and that means it's going to be just an absolute misery for our foes to get through. And if we get the Poseidon synergy that we always want, very good. And additional damage, and yeah, all right, yeah, it's wonderful. Normally I wouldn't do so much damage, because the base damage is small, but I sunk all the Titan blood into this shield, so it's the best now. And we're gonna do this for... We're on a clock, but it's not like... It's not a complicated one. We're not going to be in any danger of not making it through, so we're just going to do this for the hit points. Although I theoretically should be able to do quite well and not drop any hit points in these boss fights anyway. You know, there's a lot of stuff I should be able to do. Money over Charon, just because we don't have enough to afford a boon yet. And in general, unless you just have a ton of money, I think it's usually better to work on getting better stuff and save your cash for when you have no choice but to spend it. Deadline, yeah, it's just 9 minutes a thing, so it's just the first level of it. But, and I know it's not too tricky.
And we'll be doing as you say. No more assistance for Prince Zagreus. Dead serious this time.
Let me...
Both our skins if you are caught in one of your deceptions. See to it that this doesn't happen.
They've threatened Sisyphus so many times.
Can you believe the nerve on that one, Prince? He's nothing but a blowhard, so I simply tell him what he wants to hear. He can't stop me from helping you besides. I'm dead already. What's he going to do?
Indeed. Alright, so we're going to take the money.
It's all yours.
Cheers, mate.
And a Poseidon boon. Awesome. So we're already in wonderful shape. The weird lightning, chain lightning out of the attack is fine, but I would still override it for something. But alright, so all of these are not quite good enough anyway.
What else?
Give me something amazing. Here we go, heroic dash. Now we are absolutely talking. It's just level 1, but it does 56 damage. And now we are in business. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's great. And all we have to do is get more Poseidon boons later. We are out of dice for the reroll, but that's okay. We're going to do the traditional move of switching to Poseidon boon and Asphodel, so that we can adjust in Elysium if necessary, and then move to the best things for the Hades fight. If we have a very strong build, I'm going to take the Chaos Egg to Hades. By which I mean if we get out of Elysium with everything intact. Here we are going to take Charon over the pomegranates because we've got... Here we go, Hermes boon. Give me something good. Dash for sturdiness or tons of money. Man, this is actually kind of tricky. I'm glad the timer is thing. So dash for sturdiness is amazing, and the extra movement is great. But extra money will let me get... Yeah, hyper sprint. You're right. It's both amazing and safe. Here we go. Demeter for the Demeter cast is great. I do love the Demeter cast. It used to be the only way I could get anywhere.
Mate, you're looking well.
Aww.
I knew it.
Alright, so Titan Blood time.
Next.
And it's Megara.
Tell me something, Zag, because I'm curious. Do your Olympian relatives know the real reason you've been trying to escape?
I'll get around to that in due time. Their family. They'll understand, no doubt.
They will absolutely not understand. There is no chance they are going to be happy about it.
You idiot. You'll fray what bonds are left between Lord Hades and those ingrates on Olympus.
It's funny that Megara, whose epithet is the jealous one, although they don't call her that in this game, is so concerned. But you know, she's a nice lady. Allegedly. And now with the Demeter cast, we are essentially in the greatest shape for just casual awesomeness that we've ever been in. Because the thing about these crystals is they do a lot of damage even when you're just sitting around, like blocking, say. I'm not proving it by taking all these hits, but I should be able to do this very casually without getting hurt. Oh man, I can't wait to get more pomegranate levels and get this dash leveled up. We're already in such a great thing. It's a heroic level dash. Yeah, we've got 3 minutes left for this fight, and because of how it works, all that time save is going to be all the time that we have left, rather, not time save. That's a whole different concept. All of the time that we have left will go into the pool, and the Learnified will be even quicker than this, because the crystals are much better at dealing with those sorts of things. But here, so we see that we could do this on Heat 3 pretty easy, because we have given them more HP, and we're still churning through pretty quick. Alright, so here we are going to go to the Poseidon Conch. Because we just want to force a Poseidon Boom. We don't have any more dice. And then we're going to, we're going to buy the Yarn of Ariadne for increased rarity. Because we're hoping for like a super rare Poseidon Boom. We want to get Rupture or Wall Knock or Explosion. There's several different Poseidon Boons that would be excellent. We would also override it with the attack, and just lean all the way into it would be worth doing, probably.
You have that all-seeing artifact of mine, but in the old guise that the great Lord Zeus once used when he retaliated violently against
extreme measures.
I watched his movements through it for some time.
Alright, so it's gonna... Alright, here's what we do. We're gonna get 107% damage for backstab, and because I dash so much, it's gonna be good. Or another cast. Yeah, we're gonna take this. No, I don't want to hide it, because then I'll miss Poseidon. We're gonna take extra trap damage. Hopefully it won't be from magma. And then we'll get another cast. We'll just lean into the Demeter thing. Because if I don't get the Poseidon boon, that would be much worse than getting more backstab damage. Because we need the Poseidon boon so that we don't have to backstab people, right? And I should be dropping my casts because Lady Demeter is blessing the build too. Ow, that hurt. Alright, I apparently cannot close this fight out. I just need to not die.
A gift.
Because it's about to be really strong. I just have to make it happen. Alright, here we go. Sometimes there's 3, and I always have to check, because if I would have missed the Poseidon boon, again, I would be very sad. But we're just going to lean into the Poseidon boons as much as possible. We should be able to get at least another 1 or 2 just randomly through this. And that should give us all that we need, but there are so many advantageous ones.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, so Watery Blast. Yeah. We take this one because this is really important base, and the damage that it does isn't as important. Both of these other ones are wonderful too, but we'll take Watery Blast here in this set. So Demeter or Daedalus Hammer. Demeter's fine, and our cast is based on her, but the Daedalus Hammer, don't forget to fish, I forgot to fish. I have not been thinking about fishing at all. I forget to fish so often. Oh no, those are damaging things. I have a shield, I should be using it. There we go. Because they have increased trap damage. I do not need to be taking traps. I will get hit for a ton of damage by a trap, but soon enough that's going to be over. Yeah, the wall knock already great. Alright, so here's our upgrade. Dash strike for larger damage in an area. Yes, please. The other ones are good, but here's where we're going. And another Poseidon boon. Oh, I couldn't be any more happy. If there was anything to fish for in there, I didn't see it. Alright.
These witches again.
Oh no, I'm in the water. Oh no! Oh, the water damage is increased by this. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose the whole thing here. Oh no, I'm not gonna get out of this alive. I'm so stupid. I can't believe it. It didn't say traps and magma, so I thought it was just traps. I'm an idiot, guys. I'm so dumb. Oh no, I'm never gonna get out of this alive. I'm gonna drop every stock in Tartarus. Oh man, I can't believe it. Why not just say lose the game right now for taking this boon? Oh, man.
Can't do that. There.
Oh man, I'm not gonna I can't believe I'm so dumb. Here we go. So this damage thing is good, but knock foes away struck by lightning, this is awesome. No, I literally thought that because it wasn't listed, it wasn't going to happen. Cause the heat thing that says increased damage from lava and traps says lava or magma and traps, so I just thought it didn't apply because it had been specific on the other one. And there we go. We drop another stock. Look, theoretically, I'm capable of playing smart enough to get through Hades without dropping a stock to him, right? But am I capable of getting out of Asphodel without burning to death? I think probably not. I think probably not. But how many more rooms do I have to do? Like one? I might be able to do one more. I should have taken the hidden chamber things and just, like, not gotten my Poseidon boons. I can't believe this. Just really, really careless. It was such a great setup. And then, like, oh, man. Careless. Very, very careless. And there I go, taking a massive amount of damage again. For free.
Strength of the centaurs.
Oh man. What a turn my emotions have taken from the promise of this early run. Well,
Here's the fee.
I guess we're gonna take this, yeah. You know, at least there's that, and now we can take the pomegranate, and we'll take it for extra cast damage. 20% on cast is really solid. 40 more on that, yeah, we'll take it for the 20% on cast, because cast is like an alternate form of damage, and a good safe one. We got plenty of time on the clock, and 1 life left. You know, there's always Patroclus, but, you know, theoretically, I should be able to play this game without getting in too much trouble, because the Demeter cast, right, it'll do like 1,000. the three of them will. It's you can sink in. This is like the Dipper cast was how I won the game the first several times, but without even knowing how to do anything to Hades, I just ran around and threw the crystals down. The knockaway to that was bad. I was gonna say the knockaway to lightning bolt effect was good, but now that I'm thinking about it, it should happen from the shield if we can get the shield, you know, to go in. So yeah, that's exactly what happens. Now the shield special, because it's Poseidon Boon, shoots little lightning bolts at everybody. All right, speaking of little lightning bolts, am I going to get out of this alive? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I've got 85 hit points. We'll get out of this alive. The fountain's going to be fine. We still got 1 hit point. I mean, more than alive. We'll get out of it with the fountain with, like, basically full hit points to go into Elysium. Right? Right. I just got really doomy because I got very, like, that witch fight is tough for certain builds. I should have just leaned into the cast and put up my shield and I would have been fine, but I forgot my training, you know, I panicked. It's alright. And by it's alright, I mean it's gonna be alright. Lernie's vanquished again.
No more heads.
And here's our diamond, and next time we're gonna be able to get the keys into the other things a little bit. Alright. So now we get rid of the Poseidon Boon. Do we just put on the Spear Point of Patroclus because we want to get out of here without dropping stocks? Yes. Because we want to, we want to be able to have full hit points, full lives. We want to run into Patroclus, get full lives, and then switch to the Chaos Egg to fight Hades for the meme and the quest. But we can't do that unless we have full lives going into it, because I won't feel confident enough to. But, well, here we go. The worthless choice between gemstones and keys. Although, eventually, I'll have passives to make it more influential. But I need to throw my shield more, because it is the linchpin of the build. It is not. My build works just fine without it. But it will be better if I remember that that does all the things that I can do. But, you know. Alright, we're going to lean into these casts. Yeah, so if I can get him getting hit by the shield, then it's just like repeatedly going to be trouble for him. I just need to remember to throw the shield out. It's going to be great in boss fights though, like against like the Minotaur and Theseus or whatever. Because I can just dance around it, and then they will have no choice but to run into it repeatedly. Yeah. Even with my attack being the Zeus one, and that being underwhelming, it's still... This build is super high DPS at the moment, and all we need is a little bit more to make it all pull together. Another Zeus boon, if we can get, like, Jolt off of the Lightning Bolts, since they are automatic with the dual boon, which is awesome. This dual boon for the knockback... You can't get any better than that for my build with the heavy Poseidon focus.
Hey boss, not much to report up here.
Alright, so attack 20% faster, yes please.
Taste of Hermes. Let's see.
And none of these are worth it. Alright, so Patroclus, here we go. Excellent. Not only do we want to talk to him. Does the timer run down while I'm in here? No, good.
Although, he's never going to return to me, is he? He's in your father's service now. He's never getting out. Neither are you.
No, That's not acceptable to me. None of it.
How bold. So what do you intend to do? You're leaving anyway.
I'll figure something out. But you do something for me in the meantime. Don't give in to what you're feeling now, alright? Achilles loves you still. Like you don't know.
I'm past the point of making promises, but thank you for your words. I love him still, in turn. I pray the fates help you in your endeavors there.
Kissistix Premium, there's all our Death Defiance back. Now all of the previous mistakes are washed away here in Elysium, just as planned. Ares Boon or max HP. We take the Ares Boon even though it's a boss fight. It's probably going to be... Yeah, the Minotaur.
I had a feeling you would cross my path.
Alright, so we still need to get a call. Here we're probably hoping for like an Athena call because our DPS is so high that I think it would be lowered by, or will be so high too later on with additions. Alright, I need to... Oh, I've got forecasts. That was what I took all that damage for, was to forget that I had forecasts. So much damage to take, but you know, why am I forgetting that I have a shield all the time? It's like I forget that my shield is also a shield. There's this iconic moment in Warhammer 40k where two incredibly powerful personages are fighting. And one of them has this hammer that teleports him around, and it does all this cool stuff. And the other guy, he shut down the ability to teleport. And he's all bragging about it. He's like, ha ha, you're stuck in here with me. You're not going to be able to get out. And then his brother, you know, looks at him and says, it's also a hammer. And then he just wallops him. And it's very 40k. And I forget that it's also a shield.
I beat the Bull of Minos.
We did beat the Bull of Minos. We took way too much damage going down to 39, but...
This message.
Alright. Death Defiance to war damage afterward, or just more raw damage all the time. I mean, 13% all the time is better than 22% after I die, because that'll apply in every room. The Death Defiance one is good, but... I really wish I could get a different attack boon. Man, what I wouldn't give for an Athena boon. I mean, Poseidon would be fine, but Athena would give me so much protection in these circumstances, and that would be nice, because I don't want to drop a stock here. Because, like, ideal world, we still need, like, a couple more Poseidon boons, right? We need Rupture. Most of all, Rupture. And then there's several other ones that would be broadly very good. What's up? Alright, I keep running into these traps. That's really bad.
For me.
Here we go. Pomegranate into 4% more damage on everything. That's definitely the way to go. A chariot room, that's bad. Alright, I gotta remember it's also a shield. Because the shield does a ton of damage if I can get him running into it. So I gotta remember the strengths, which are that I can do more than just dash around. Alright, I have 14 hit points left. I have 2 hit points left. I have no hit points left. Alright, Death Defiance. I still believe in my ability to get out of Elysium and the game, but you know, I don't think we're gonna troll Chaos with or troll Hades with the Chaos thing now. I think we're gonna have to use the Spear Point of Patroclus throughout. It just depends. I mean, I might just lose, right? Could just die in this room, and all of my plans will be meaningless. But I think we'll be fine. Alright, if I keep walking into traps like that, which I probably will, I'm somehow, like, incapable of seeing traps that exist before I walk into them. If I was, like, in a real-life Dungeons & Dragons party, I would just say, you know, the world should decide if I want to die or not, but, like, don't put traps into it. Just whenever I wake up, tell me if I'm dead. Because if it relies on me to eventually get to a trap, then I'm already dead. All of that for 10 darkness. Please let me buy something. Alright, at least we got that. 50% damage on cast for 6 encounters for 20. Yeah, we'll take that. And unfortunately, I'm going to go and take this dual boon. And this is going to be terrible because I don't want to be doing either of these things. I think Poseidon's is harder to dodge. I don't know. Alright, so here we go. Boons with knockaway effect shove foes multiple times. This is hilarious. Now I just need to not die because this boon is just like really, really, really funny. Because we have the lightning bolt, the other dual boon. So now, like, they are just gonna get knocked around like crazy. Every time we dash into them, they're just gonna get pushed everywhere. So yeah, we'll just stay in heavy motion, and we're gonna be doing so much damage, just so much damage from everything, that all we have to do is stay in motion and not take a bunch of unnecessary nonsense, like a chariot. You know, why don't I just throw the shield at the chariot? The shield that'll probably do like a friggin' 1,000 damage. These are good questions. Glad you asked them. Well, I don't know. I do know that this build has now jumped into what I would call very high lethality range.
Well, young man, I'd say...
Alright, so here we go. Static effect to jolt. Excellent indeed. And now we're going to go to Charon's. We're hoping to buy an Athena boon. Alright, it's an Ares boon. So we buy the Ares boon and the hit points. Yes.
Spend it all in one place, mate.
Death Defiance to 30% hit points. Or 30% damage. Yeah.
Much better.
But at least the health items restore a ton because we have that Demeter boon. So, alright. Here's the Ambrosia. We just need to not drop a stock here. Hi, Natasha.
Shall never yield the title champion of Elysium to the likes of you. Prepare yourself.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness, it melts. It just melts him. They were taking damage that whole time. Look at what it did to him. Yeah, stand in the corner with that. I dare you. I double dare you. I want you to do it. Insane damage. I just need to remember to throw that shield because it does more than everything else I do here. Alright, who we got? Dionysus. I just need to remember to throw the shield because they aren't going to want to stand in a corner with it. Oh, did the Minotaur run into the shield again? He didn't want to do that.
To all who came to see us fight, thank you. Mysterious, no.
Alright, we've got the hangover damage. We're fine though. Yeah, we've still got half HP. And he's toast. Yeah. This build's really solid. And there's still more to get. But we're gonna keep wearing the spear point. We're not gonna mess around with other stuff. The spear point is the key towards safety, so we're not gonna move it. Darkness, this, no. Alright, so hopefully another Poseidon boon is in the offing. Because there's several that could be good. There's a lot of boons here that I would like to see. And we'll just see if the game is going to give me any of them. We have 13 minutes, which means just plenty of time. Here we go. A Poseidon boon for 150, which we will definitely get. Alright, first Poseidon boss boon here. Because if this goes through and we get enough for the other one, we'll probably just immediately go through. Look at that. Do you want to see something funny? It's that double knockback in these tunnels, because they are going to run into the walls. I need to throw the shield for extra hilarity. I am the happiest boy with this build. Oh, look at that. Oh, the rats are doing the thing in the wall where they're being annoying and poisonous. It does not matter, for my shield will protect me. Yep, this is the best. And in this room, we shouldn't need to do anything at all. Yep, there we go.
Oh no.
It's the little vermin thing. This is actually okay.
So you're the ringleader.
Oh no, it's not okay. I'm poisoned. Alright, it's okay again. I am no longer poisoned. Yeah, if he wants to dance back and forth in this shield, I don't think that's what he wants for himself. All right, now most of the pools of poison are on the ground. He does a little burst thing whenever he comes out, so we just don't want to get hit by that. Yeah, he's a big weirdo. Okay, he summoned more. I think maybe he does that repeatedly if we don't take care of him, but he doesn't have too much more hit points left, so we just need to avoid poison. That's the real thing. So I just take a bunch of damage from poison immediately after saying so. Alright, there we go. Vermin vanquished.
That vicious little.
And slamming more when they go into barriers. You know, it won't do damage to Hades, but it will melt all the other people considerably more than they have been melting.
Just what I need.
And here we go. Boots with knockaway effects deal damage bonus to bosses. Or 50 DPS for Rupture. We'll take 50 DPS for Rupture. It's not good at this point, but we might be able to get more out of it for the pomegranates or whatever. So we'll take a big boost on the dash. All right, here we take money. Money first, and we're hoping to not get it so that we can go and take the Zeus boon and get like a lightning strike twice or something. Because the thing about the double knockback is when they knock into a wall and they create a little watery explosion, but they do it again, they can chain themselves into the wall and then into the other wall and then into everybody else, and it's awesome. And a little bit of Rupture is good. All right. Unfortunately, we have found the Satyr Sack now.
Whatever this stuff is. Down the chute.
Which means it's about time for the fight. Because what could we do, right? We could get slightly better stuff, but get potentially more exposure. The money doesn't matter.
Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and snack.
And now it is time to fight the old man.
Bye for now, boy.
I am relatively confident. The build's good. It's not perfect. There's some stuff that could have really made it go into like hyperdrive, but if I just remember to throw the shield and remember that the shield is also a shield that I can block with it. Hey. He didn't even bring it up last time.
What? I haven't even started to insult you here yet, Father. Flustered by the old shield of chaos, then?
Doubtless Zeus does not even remember wielding it. I never should have relied on him for anything after that. Then come. Let's see if you're any better with it than your great uncle.
Oh, I am. You're going to be impressed, Hades. I'm going to remember the Demeter casts. I'm going to throw the shield. Oh, I shouldn't have tried to block that from inside of Hades. I took a hit again. Okay. I have already taken way more than I wanted to in this point in the game. Alright. I need to get my act together.
Show yourself, Father.
Oh no, not one of these guys. This is my worst nightmare. I need to remember to throw the shield. Alright, if I can just remember to throw the shield and hopefully not get hit by these things. Alright. There we go. You can block it, just not from the inside of it. Of course not from the inside of it. Yeah, so where are my fundamentals? Alright, Demeter cast, block, throw the shield, and block. Apparently he knows that these guys are my bane.
You should have avoided that.
I know I should have avoided it. Hades is really useful. He's just like, the amount of times this game just tells me my own thoughts as if they're not mine. You should have avoided that. You should be more careful. Why can't you remember? You know, all the stuff that Hades says to me IRL. yeah, if we could just get them to get thrown through it. All right, here we go. Phase 2, 31 hit points left and 2 lives. We're fine.
That does it.
Come on.
Because the thing about having the Demeter cast for this phase is whenever he goes all fiery, it's still like they sink into him the whole time if you have him up. I didn't there.
Blasted little.
Alright, I was standing in the middle of it and trying to block. It didn't work. It's still fine. So I'm not actually that worried about him, because I could just stand here with the shield. Then I'll charge forward, pick up my cast, get him down, block it, charge out, he'll come at me. Because it's scary, but you know, the shield's also a shield. Yeah, because now the shield's just churning him while he's doing this and I'm blocking. And this is the ideal. Called, got out, said I was gonna.
In my father's name.
Heroic title dash. Legendary Blitz disc. I forgot to use it so much. I beat my best time with the disc. But we were 1 second behind our best time with the blade. No, this was slower than the other time. This was 30 minutes and 1 second. Yep, easy one. And you know, Natasha, the shield's real easy. One of my friends that played this game to death, he was like, yeah, I used the shield, but then like once you learn it, it got boring. And then he said he started using the bow because basically just like he couldn't lose the Hades fight. But I still have to, you know, get to the end of the game. And then I'll worry about that. Hey, time for a sunrise. And we'll try to remember to fish. I won't catch it. I never catch the fish. But we'll try to remember. Like, where's the Persephone entry? I don't know. Oh yeah, he wouldn't have written anything about it because he's not allowed to. That makes sense.
Come on out.
Hey, we got a trout.
Is this a trout?
Let's see what Achilles wrote about trout. On the surface, we distinguish between aquatic creatures that live in the drinkable waters of rivers and lakes, that other terrain, and those of the seas. Lord Poseidon's salt-filled seas. In the former category, the trout is a perfectly common breed, although here in the underworld it cannot be found. No trout in the underworld. You know, trout are delicious, but I hate dealing with the bones. Alright, we are now well-versed. We have fully unlocked the Olympians' Codex entries. So I guess... I guess there's nothing blocking it. There seem to be some things locked, but... Let's see what it means. Is this gonna be the final of the story?
I made it, Mother.
Of everything down in that gloomy house, I miss old Cerberus the most, I think. But I miss other things as well. The lack of light was gentler on my skin, not being as cold. And Nyx and her young sons. It was all very odd, but...
Mother, in Father's bedchambers, Mind you, there's almost nothing there, just neatly sorted rows of all his samey capes. But on his nightstand is a portrait of you, wearing a regal crown of red laurels.
Zagreus won't leave well enough alone.
Queen.
I was fitted for those garments when I first arrived. They were not my customary style. So Hades has a portrait of me still. Why would he put it back on display now?
No, he's never let anybody in his bedchambers. I broke in, don't you see? He didn't put your portrait back on display. It's always been there, ever since you left. So, Mother, why do you suppose he would do that?
Because he loves me still. Is that what you want me to say?
Have you ever loved him yourself?
All I really wanted was to leave Olympus. I didn't exactly abscond. I doubt I had much of a choice, but I went willingly. Perhaps Zeus knew how I felt, and thought he was doing me a favor. As for Hades, I grew to love him, yes. He always gave me my space.
Troubling.
Won't you please talk to him? Or visit Cerberus again, or Nyx? As for Olympus, surely all of you can figure something out.
I just don't know, my son. Olympus is behind me. And the underworld. I cannot imagine I would be very welcome there after all this time.
But you are the queen.
And we are taken by the Styx. Hades is going to be mad because we broke into his room early in this episode. But,
yeah, you are the queen.
You know, we'll see if he wants to talk about it.
Oh, how could he? How goes your heated rivalry against the greatest king of Athens lately, boy? Your battles with him and the Minotaur must be the talk of the underworld of late.
Admitted, Father. Theseus was the only hero you were able to recruit to stand against me. All the while he gets to boast about being the champion. Well, was Heracles too busy for the task?
Speak not to me of Heracles. You know these heroes by their deeds, not by their character. Heracles is fortunate he's in my brother's favor. Else he would be in Tartarus where he belongs. The mortal concept of what constitutes a hero is absurd.
They should have asked the expert, I suppose.
All right. Well, we're not going to talk to the rest of them here. This is going to be the end of this stream. But I'm about to hop over, make a new stream in like 1.5 minutes, and we're going to plant some wheat for 10 minutes in Minecraft or whatever. So I'll see you there if you want to hang out. And if not, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to this episode where we absolutely put a hurting on. But a great run. A dominant performance. Heat 2, Blitz disc in the bag.